Thank you very much. I think we may use the rumor detector in this case. As you know, we had an article from Bloomberg, which I won't comment in since it's purely rumors at the moment. Thank you all for being here. I am super excited to be here today with you, so thank you all for making the time. My name is Oussama. I look after data and AI at Careem. And I am here to tell you today a story. I'm here to tell you the story of Careem. I am here to tell you the story of how AI helps on improving and simplifying the lives of people in our region. Right? And before we start, a quick video to put everyone in the mood. This is a video we made during UAE National Day, and at the end it says "Dam Azzuka Ya Watan," which means "May your glory stay forever, dear country." So who are we? So Careem was founded here in Dubai, in UAE, in 2012. And our founders, Magnus, Mudassir, and Abdullah, amazing people, they started with a very simple idea. They wanted to build something big, and they wanted to build something meaningful. They are very purpose-driven people who really wanted to change people's lives in the region. And with that idea came Careem with its mission. The mission to improve and simplify the lives of people, and to build an awesome organization that inspires. It inspires through its people and its leaders. It inspires through its impact, and it inspires through its tech. Because we are one of the largest tech companies of the region today, and we put it as part of our mission to really inspire through tech, to grow, to attract, and to retain amazing tech talents, and to build an ecosystem where technology can actually thrive. And when we talk about tech, obviously AI is at the heart of it. So as you'll see in the next of the presentation, we heavily invest on AI, and we really put it at the heart of everything we do. But before we talk about AI, when we started back in 2012, we actually started very humble. We didn't have any tech at all. We used to do like manual dispatching, manual navigation, manual everything. Our founders actually used to answer phone calls themselves, sometimes drive in the streets. So it's like proper startup life. It was very, very exciting at the time. But as you can imagine, it's not really scalable, right? To do everything manually. So we started investing in tech. And we went from 0 to hundreds of amazing engineers within the last years. So where are we now? We have lots of engineering offices in 3 different countries, and we keep investing on AI, on data, on software engineering, on design, across the board. And we have been blessed we really have been blessed. We are today present in 15 countries. We have millions of customers and captains who we are changing their life on the ground every day. And we are also blessed by having amazing colleagues. Careem is its colleagues. It's the amazing people who work on it every day who are really mission aligned. And it's amazing what we can achieve when everyone is really aligned behind one single mission. But when we are that big, when we are at that scale, it actually comes with such a rich and big amount of data, right? That is lots of data we have, both in terms of volumes, we're talking about hundreds of terabytes of data, but also in terms of its variety. We're talking about textual data, images, audio, videos, and of course all the data that is generated from our own systems. Our systems alone from our logs generate hundreds of terabytes of data. And in terms of who is this data about, is actually very interesting. Every single country that we operate in has a very different way of being, right? The type of insights that we can generate in Morocco is very different than those we can generate in Dubai. It's very different than we can generate in Saudi, right? So it's also rich, not in terms of only data structures or type of data, but also in terms of the richness of the insights that we can generate from it. So once we have all of this data, we need to use it towards our purpose. We need to generate insight from it in order to improve and simplify the lives of people. Now, when we are at our scale, it's not about having one data scientist sitting in a lab, building a machine learning model, and then khalas, we're done. It's actually a little bit more complex than that. We're talking about the ability to process hundreds of terabytes of data, the ability to build hundreds of machine learning models, and the ability to deploy them and use them in production. It's actually a full ecosystem that needs to come together in order to make AI alive. Right? The first pillar of this ecosystem is really big data capabilities. Our team's purpose is to democratize the usage of big data by everyone. So that any person without actually really having the skill sets of big data can utilize its power and generate insights and process data in very high volumes and velocity through the tools that we actually built internally. So we're talking here about easy and reliable access to very, very large volume of data. That is the first pillar. Without data, we can't do AI. The second pillar is once we have all of this massive amount of data, we need to make sense out of it. It is very easy to come up with a big mess of definition of KPIs and people actually having the same KPI defined different ways across the company. It's very easy to end up in a situation where people actually rebuild the same pipelines over and over again because they want to have access to the same information. And that is why investing in data lakes and data warehouses becomes key. It's actually organizing this data and making sense out of it. So how do we make it governed? How do we make it trustworthy? And how do we make it documented? And once we have these warehouses in place, then the access is immediate and it's also trusted. Now that we have all of the data put together in an organized way, how can we really empower our data scientists to take these models, this data from just data sitting there, into actually building machine learning models out of it, and also putting them in production? Right? And this is not an easy thing to do at our scale. If you need to deploy 100 models per quarter, then you probably need a 400 people team just for these 100 models, just for this quarter, right? And this is something that is not really scalable. And in order to solve that, we have built in-house machine learning platforms. Our in-house platform is called Yoda, like the little green man from Star Wars. And Yoda is really helping our data scientists automate their work and bring AI to life from the experimentation to production within actually a simple click. It is also important to mention that everything related to machine learning is actually, like machine learning at scale in production is relatively new. And the processes around it are not really well understood today. And a model for it to work in production and to bring value needs a full ecosystem of CI/CD, continuous improvements and development. And it needs a very, very strong monitoring in place. And it's a different type of monitoring. We're talking here about drift detection, for example. So drift detection is when the distribution of your labels of your features change in the ground. Then you need to retrain all of your models again from scratch and redeploy them again. And Yoda is the ecosystem that actually helps do that. And it really allows us to scale our AI use cases with a very little number of very strong data scientists versus actually needing to scale through having every single team completely autonomous. And the last but actually not least, because that's the key enabler for AI in any organization, is to have AI-aware colleagues. Because here's the key. AI is not only a technology, AI is a mindset. It's a way of seeing the world. It's a way of problem solving. Solving a problem within AI mindset can result in a product that is completely different than solving it in a non-AI mindset. So it is very important to make sure that our colleagues are aware of the power of AI and have actually trainings on AI. I like to say AI is like consciousness. It can only be understood if experienced. So it's actually very, very, very important to try it out, see what are its limitations and what is its power. And we have done many things in Careem to actually have AI-aware colleagues. We have built a program called CDSA, Careem Data Science Academy, where we had more than 50 colleagues part of the training, and we had our data scientists having courses and training them and mentoring them. And now we have actually a large portion of our colleagues who actually really know what AI is. And that is key because it really helps improving and simplifying the lives of people on the ground to build in the products that are actually AI-driven and very, very efficient. Once we have the data, once we have the ecosystem around AI, then we can actually massively deploy our know-hows and utilize it towards our purpose. And I try to put how we use AI in 3 different buckets. The first one is really to improve the customer and captain experience. And here we're talking about the interactions with our customers and captains with our applications. For example, when you open the app, you see an ETA. How do we make sure that this ETA, which is the expected time of arrival, is accurate? You see a price estimation. How do we make sure that it's accurate? We need to match you with a captain that is most likely to have both customer and captain satisfaction from both ends. There is a bunch of use cases that actually are really key to enabling a strong customer and captain experience. The second is really having a safe environment for our customers, for our captains, for our colleagues, and for Careem. And the best example here is fraud detection and prevention. It's really such a a heavy in AI use case. So first is the detection, which can be really empowered through AI through anomaly detection algorithms and advanced techniques. And once we identify the use case, then we need to find all the patterns that are following this pattern, all the fraudulent behaviors that are following these patterns, and then we need to start prescribing it. Right? Another example is how we use telematics to make sure that our customers are safe and that our captains are actually driving in a safe way on the streets by using telematics and understanding when an accident might happen or when actually a driving behavior might be dangerous. And also providing feedbacks to captains so that they can improve. Another use case is using image recognition to detect actually fraudulent behaviors when it comes to captains' registrations, etc. And last but not least is platform efficiency. Because at our scale, as we were mentioning before, 0.5% in oil industry can actually change the game. In our use case, 1% improvement in the efficiency of our marketplace can actually really change the game because of our scale. So how do we make sure that we actually have a very strong forecasting of our demand and supply to make sure that we have a very efficient marketplace at all times? And it's actually not easy to be Careem. We are a double-sided, real-time marketplace. And we don't have control neither on demand nor in supply. We can actually only influence them. And this is where really AI comes into play to make sure that our marketplace is balanced at all times and that we provide strong experience and really good one to our customers and captains. And the more we have been working, the more we have been realizing that actually we can do more. And our mission can be extended to more and more use cases and more people. And by building and growing Careem, we realized that we have actually built so many blocks that are very actually difficult to get, that position us really to be a very strong internet platform. We have built a brand that is strong, that is present, and that is trusted. We have built a tech platform, including amazing colleagues, including AI and data platforms, and including amazing pieces of software that actually can really be reused everywhere. We have been really blessed to attract the best talent, either growing them from the region or retaining them or bringing them from outside the region. So that's such a blessing to be in the environment. I always tell my colleagues, like, I'm just so happy to walk around the office and just see the brilliant people we are working with every day. We have built in and operating platforms. We have presence in more than 100 cities, teams on the ground, and we have built an ecosystem with all of the legal and government relationships and SMSs and everything that actually it takes to actually build a business on the ground. And we are very blessed to be loved by our customers and captains. And we have very strong engagement that really position us uniquely. So we also have been expanding beyond ride-hailing. So now we have buses, we have Careem Now for food delivery, and actually we call it Careem Now because its vision is beyond only food. It's really, I want something and I want it now, right? Be it pharmacies, be it like moving goods from a place to another. And then we're expanded also to peer-to-peer payments where people can actually send Careem points across the platform. And our vision is even bigger, right? We want to actually platformize everything that we're doing and really provide it to improve and simplify the lives of people. Be it payments, identity, locations, messaging, data platforms, and data services. And we are really blessed to be in this journey and to have AI at the heart of all of these aspects. So to summarize, AI has been really a key enabler in bringing Careem to where it is today. And it is positioned us today as a very strong technology platform in the region. And we have been very blessed and humbled to work with the strongest players and with the government entities to be here today. Thank you very much, and I'll take questions.
Anyone?
Already asked, Philippe Hervé with Spark Cognition, and I already asked this question yesterday to a different panelist or presenter, but basically Careem has decided to build a lot of the technology in-house when that technology is available from product provider. Why did you decide to go and build everything in-house instead of choosing existing solutions?
This is a very good question that we discuss often in-house as well. First, we have a very large scale and very, very special needs that are tailored to ride-hailing. That's actually really position us in a unique position when it comes to how actually we should use AI. And when we started the AI journey 2.5 or 3 years ago, we looked actually at the markets, and there were very, very little solutions that offer, especially machine learning as a platform solutions. And we decided to build Yoda, to start building Yoda. We were actually one of the first in the world to start building machine learning platforms, which actually really lives our purpose as building an awesome organization that inspires and leading through technology. And that's actually the main. So we are using lots of actually external solutions, but all the solutions that actually we think will be our main differentiators in the future, and also we can't really find outside. We invest on them internally, given the fact also that we have amazing teams in-house.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for the very inspiring talk. As a lawyer, I guess I have to ask a question about your treatment and processing of data and the measures you're taking. Obviously, you had that episode, I think in the spring of last year, when you had the data breach, and that there was some fallout from that unfortunate incident. As you grow, as you scale, as the content and quality of your data expands to the terabytes that you speak of, what are the stakes here? I mean, what are you doing now to ensure that you don't have a repeat of the incident of last year? And are you using AI more as a preventative tool to sort of defend against instances of this maybe occurring again?
Thank you. Yeah, this is a very, very valid question. We are taking the safety and security of the data of our customers and captains that have entrusted us with very, very, very seriously. And we have very strong teams that are actually working into making sure that this data is safe and secure, and that we are using the best out there to make sure that our users are protected. So for sure, this is a topic that is very close to our hearts. When it comes to how are we going to keep adapting while we're expanding, is actually, it's always, like, the power of intention is very strong. I'm a strong believer of the power of intention. When you have 3,000 people all aligned towards one single purpose, then you can make anything happen. When we know that, like, our mission is really to simplify and improve the lives of people, which means also putting their safety, security, and confidentiality at the heart of it, then I'm actually very confident that we're going to keep doing everything that is out there to keep this data safe and secure.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Oussama. Thank you very much indeed.